Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for you today. So Nvidia reported earnings yesterday and believe it or not, they exceeded expectations. They even have great guidance as well. And the leather jacket man, Jensen, the CEO, said that in 2022, there will be supply constraint as well all through the year. That means that demand is not an issue here. Supply is. So that's great and not great to hear, but we'll take it on a positive note. So in this video, we're going to have a look at their earnings number, but I want to focus way more on this Omniverse aspect. If you've been following me, you know I'm a very big fan of the Metaverse. I actually did a first part video of the Metaverse, which will be in the top right corner. But here we're going to focus on the Omniverse. It's something that Nvidia has released not so long ago, and it's very, very impressive. Now, before we jump into this, I just want to thank today's sponsor, The Motley Fool. And again, these are my views and my views only. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool's stock advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock advisors' average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's dive into this. Alright, so this is basically the major overview of how each segment has performed since Q3 of fiscal year 2020. So obviously gaming has accelerated, data centers as well. Professional visualization has been stagnating for a while, but as you can see right here, Q1, Q2, huge increase. Omniverse is part of that segment. For the auto part, as you can expect, because of the shortage, this segment has not really increased quarter over quarter. Then the OEM and others has increased as well. So now we have a total of $6.5 billion in revenue. But now let's go even deeper. So the revenue, like we said, it's up 15% quarter over quarter. 68% year over year. So Nvidia is still growing super fast. Gross margins increased as well, 64.8%, up 70 basis points quarter over quarter, and up 600 basis points year over year. Now with all of that, operating expenses are up 6% quarter over quarter and 9% year over year. Operating income and net income, diluted earnings per share are all up more than 250% year over year. So that's crazy. Obviously that's GAAP. Now for non-GAAP, just the diluted earnings per share is 1.04. I think the expected one was 1.02. So they beat on that as well. They also beat on revenue, by the way. All right. So now let's go and look at the segments. So the gaming one has increased quarter over quarter, still 11%, year over year, 85%. Data centers, 16 quarter over quarter, 35% year over year. And then the one segment I really want to focus on, professional visualization, up 40% quarter over quarter and up 156% year over year. So what does that actually entail? They expanded Nvidia Omniverse, the world's first 3D real-time simulation and collaboration platform, through new integrations with Blender and Adobe, also Autodesk and many others, I believe Unity as well. They launched the Nvidia RTX A2000, which brings RTX to the volume segment of the desktop workstation market and enables a range of new form factors from back of display to edge services. Now, before I continue and explain this whole Omniverse thing, let's go and look at their guidance and then let's jump back into the Omniverse. So for the third quarter, they expect revenue to increase again to $6.8 billion, plus or minus 2%. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins are again increasing 65.2% and 67%, plus minus 50 basis points. So there's really no signs of Nvidia slowing down anytime soon. By the way, Nvidia is also paying a dividend of just 4 cents, just if you wanted to know that. All right, so now let's go and talk a bit more about the Omniverse, because I do believe this segment is going to be very big for Nvidia. I know a lot of people have been talking about Metaverse. I've been talking about the Metaverse as well. And the Omniverse is another part of that puzzle. Now, if you have watched Jensen's, the leather guy, the CEO, talk during the GTC event, you might or might not have noticed something. Well, as you can see right here, you can see him talking in his kitchen or whatever. But actually, everything that you saw was made thanks to their technology. It's all a simulation. Everything there was being simulated. And that's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of their metaverse. It's basically a simulator that realistically replicates what you see in the real world, basically creating a digital twin. Now, all of that is obviously made possible thanks to their RTX technology, which is basically light tracing or ray tracing, they call it. You can compute physics, AI behavior, all of that can be simulated. Now, these are all simulations of the virtual world, basically portals to the virtual world, as we've seen with Jensen's presentation at the GTC. Now, what can you do with all of that technology? What can you do with that Omniverse technology? Well, first of all, it's also a tool so that you can collaborate with all your coworkers, whether they're at home, you're at work, one is in Asia, the other one is Northern America, it doesn't matter, it would work perfectly. Second of all, what can you do? You can basically help or learn or teach robots into that simulation and then make it work in the real world. Same thing can be done with factories of the future, basically creating again a digital twin of what already exists, and then try some new stuff. BMW have been doing exactly that. They have created a digital twin of their factory so they can manipulate some stuff and see how that will work. This will obviously apply to other environments as well. The gaming one, the movie making one, you name it, the options are endless. Now, according to Jensen, the CEO, the Omniverse, the Metaverse, the economies that we will be able to create thanks to that will be larger than our current economy. This is something that I've said in my previous video. People still do not realize, but the virtual economy, the economy you will create in the Metaverse is going to be much, much bigger than today's economy. You know why? Because more people will be able to participate in that economy. They won't be constrained by location, by status, or whatever that's going on in the real world. So that's about it for this video. Disclaimer, I do not own any Nvidia shares. I'm just a huge fan of the company, huge fan of everything they are doing. Let me know down in the comments below if you have shares of Nvidia. If you'd like more videos on the Omniverse, on the Metaverse, let me know down in the comments below. There is another video on the Metaverse coming out. How can you invest in the Metaverse? Which company are best positioned to tackle that new opportunity? So stay tuned for that. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.